Melody and Martell, they're still showing up to see what happens next. It's almost like a guilty pleasure. They don't want to admit it, but they're watching, and the numbers prove it. Let's talk about the big divide between cable and streaming, because this is one of the most confusing things for some viewers. The Nielsen cable ratings only count live, same-day cable watchers. That means if you're sitting on your couch, remote in hand, flipping through your guide on Xfinity, Spectrum, DirecTV, Dish Network, or any other cable provider, those views are getting counted. But if you're streaming weather, that's on Discovery Plus, Hulu Live, Fubo, YouTube TV. For any other live streaming service, those numbers are not part of the public report. And that's wild, because we all know so many people watch their shows through streaming now. You want to know how big streaming is? Nielsen put out a report saying that streaming has now surpassed cable and broadcast combined. That's huge. That means people are watching more through apps and streaming services on their phones, laptops, and smart TVs than they are on traditional cable boxes. And yet, those streaming numbers are kept behind closed doors, probably shared with network executives, advertisers, and investors, but never with us, the viewers. So we're only getting part of the picture, and even that part is showing growth. Now, think about this. SIF Love and Marriage Huntsville is seeing a bump in cable numbers. And we already know streaming is even bigger than the real total viewership. Could be way higher than anyone's talking about publicly. And it's not just about people turning the TV on, it's about why they're tuning in. Melody Cherie is always a big draw, whether she's facing off with Martell or focusing on her. Music, business, and kids. Martell, on the other hand, keeps the audience hooked with his unpredictable energy and his ongoing drama, especially when it comes to his relationships and co-parenting situations. Let's not forget the Scotts, Marsa, and Letitia have their own share of headlines, from marriage rumors to business moves, and every time they pop up on screen, you know there's going to be shade, laughter, or an argument that gets people talking. Kimmy and Morris bring a different vibe, more level-headed at times, but still caught in the mix when family and friendships get tested. And then there's Stormy Steele, who's newer to the group but already knows how to keep her name in the conversation, whether it's through business ventures or social media clapbacks. Even Miss Wanda, with her larger-than-life personality, manages to stir up conversations both on and off the show. This is why I say you have to watch till the very end, because the ratings story isn't just about numbers. It's about cast, chemistry, drama, storylines, and the way fans respond. Sometimes an episode with a big argument will spike views. Other times a heartfelt moment or a major reveal will keep people watching. And right now, it seems like viewers are showing up for both. The drama is hot, but the moments of realness are keeping people invested. Here's another thing that's adding to the numbers: word of mouth. People might not watch an episode the night it airs, but they'll hear about something big that happened. And suddenly, they're logging in or turning on the TV to see it for themselves. That delayed interest is where streaming plays a huge role, because someone can binge the last few episodes on an app in one night and be caught up. And while those streaming views don't get counted in the public numbers, they absolutely matter to the network. Think about it. The show's first episode this season already has over 199,000 views on YouTube alone. And the second episode is sitting at 114,000. That's just on one platform. Add in all the social media clips, recaps, and commentary floating around, and you can see how the conversation around the show never really dies down. People might act like they're over the drama between Melody and Martell, or the tension between the Scotts, but deep down, they still want to know what happens next. And let's be real, part of the reason the ratings are climbing is because the cast knows how to keep things spicy. Whether it's a subtle dig during a dinner scene, a shocking revelation in a confessional, or a heated exchange at an event, there's always a moment that makes you say, "Oh no, they didn't." These are the moments that fans clip, share, and replay over and over. And that kind of energy feeds right back into viewership. One of the main reasons this ratings growth is so important is because it's happening without streaming numbers being included. Nielsen's live same-day ratings only measure people who are sitting in front of their cable box watching in real time or the same day. So if you're watching on Xfinity, Spectrum, DirecTV, Dish, or another cable provider, you're part of that count. But if you're watching on Discovery Plus, YouTube TV, Hulu Live, or Fubo, those views aren't included in the public report. That means the actual audience size is likely much bigger than the cable numbers suggest, which makes the recent growth even more impressive. Streaming is actually dominating the way people watch TV now. Nielsen reported that streaming has surpassed both cable and broadcast combined in overall viewing time. That's a massive shift from just a few years ago when most people still relied on cable. So if Love and Marriage Huntsville is already showing an increase in cable viewers while more and more people are watching through streaming services, safe to say the real total audience is far beyond what we're seeing in these reports. This also means the show's cultural reach is stronger than ever. Because it's not just about who watches live, it's about who's talking about it, sharing clips, and following up on the drama later. Another interesting thing about the ratings rise is the timing. This jump is happening during a season where the storylines are more layered, with tension spread across multiple cast members instead of just focusing on one feud. You've got Melody and Martell still dealing with the fallout of their marriage, Marsa and Letitia working through public perception and business challenges, Kimmy and Morris facing family changes, and Stormy getting more comfortable stirring the pot. That variety means there's something for everyone.